housing or not your house?
We are ready. They'll be here in 1 second.
Okay. So top of class, they'll start off something, but they do that special for you to have. Hopefully though. All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. How you doing, officer? Good evening. This is the time for the 5 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on June 2nd, 2025. The court's orders to the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's get started with Ramon Patterson to the podium and Justin Jacobson to the chair, please. $19 days? Okay, that's fine.
Ramon Patterson.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Ramon Patterson, 8801.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breathing, a Class 5 felony, and criminal damage, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $15,000. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you may not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I am ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim. If you do share a common residence, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Sorry. Just about the value, said 15,000.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's through a bond. You can go through a bonding company. Typically, they require about 10% plus collateral.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Justin Jacobson to the podium and Austin Chiliulus to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Justin David Jacobson, 7/20/86.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different failure to appear bench warrants. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in each of those cases. I am setting a status conference post-warrant on June 12th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each of the warrants. That's a cash bond in the amount of $5,000 on the first case and then $2,500 on the second and third cases. So it's a total bond of $10,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Austin Tuyulus to the podium, and Mario Duran to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Austin Toulouse, 62695.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You are charged with 1 count of theft of means of transportation, Class 3 felony, 2 counts of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. That's from an incident in October of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you and set a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the arrest warrant. That's a $5,000 cash bond. It's my understanding that you're currently serving time in DOC. Is that correct? Okay. So obviously don't post that bond because you're not going to be released in your DOC case. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat. Mario Duran to the podium and Sean Broski to the chair, please.
I was going to say, lawyers here. After him, I'll hold.
No worries. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Mario Duran, 5364.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony, and disobeying or resisting an order or mandate of the court, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $5,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All this information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
1 minute. I wasn't arrested for an aggravated assault.
You were arrested on aggravated assault and the disobeying or resisting order or mandate.
Who did I aggravate assault?
I'm sorry?
Who did I aggravate assault?
So there are allegations against you that you committed an act of domestic violence, and since the domestic violence has happened more than twice over the last few years, that you were arrested on aggravated domestic violence.
Well, I want to go to trial.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm appointing you an attorney.
Yeah,
That is a right of yours to do. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Let me go get the lawyer real quick.
We already saw 14 and Jupiter, right?
Yes. We're on number 1 and 2 on the calendar.
If you want, did you want to talk?
Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And counsel, I did have a note here. I believe, at least on my end, it's listing as an interpreter is needed. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I am. I speak Russian, but
Perfect.
interpreter would be great.
Perfect.
Thank you, Judge.
Whenever you're done, just kind of knock on the window and I'll let you in.
Okay, thank you.
Sean Broski to the podium and Daniel Toscano to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Sean Broski, 08/31/85.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3, 4, 7, and 15 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you on your case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on a new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and false reporting to law enforcement, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on both matters in the amount of $750. So it's $1,500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 24 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, I guess not.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Daniel Toscano to the podium and Sammy Beltran to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Daniel Michael James Toscano, February 19th, 1981.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So it's like $50 with the bondsman,
Correct.
and I can be released?
Correct. Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Sammy Beltran to the podium. And then Roberta Caballero to the chair, please.
Sammy Beltran, 120297.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. They're both probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you on both cases. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each case, so that's $500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I'm not going to be released today, right?
So you have a bond. If you post that bond, you can be released. Otherwise, you will stay in custody.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Roberta Caballero to the podium, and Bailey Hudgens to the chair, please.
Roberta.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Roberta Caballero, 9/15/86.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different failure to appear warrants on your probation cases. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you on those matters. I am setting a non-witness violation hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in both matters in the amount of $250. So it's $500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Bailey Hudgens to the podium, and Serafin Perez to the chair, please.
Bailey Hudgens, 8/20/99.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on your case involving drug paraphernalia, and another failure to appear bench warrant on another case involving drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was representing you in both cases. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on both matters in the amount of $250. That's $500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Okay. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Serafin Perez to the podium, and Daniel O'Brien to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Serafin Perez, 12/4/78.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 1 count of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, from an offense in November of 2019. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on June 17th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 19th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to get an envelope as you leave court that has details on pretrial release. Make sure you read through that. Okay. I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no contacting the arresting officers. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Appreciate it.
Daniel O'Brien to the podium, and Jeffrey Halbert to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Daniel O'Brien, 3/10/62.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You are charged with 1 count of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. That's from an offense date listed as October of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a status conference on June 17th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 19th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own request recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date.
Okay.
I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Okay.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Jeffrey Halbert to the podium and Kyle Deming to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jeffrey Halbert, 13170.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 1 count of burglary in the 2nd degree, Class 3 felony, and misconduct involving weapons, Class 4 felony. That's from an offense in July of 2020. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in your case. I am setting a status conference on June 17th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 19th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services today. You're going to get an envelope as you leave court that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. I'm also ordering as a part of your release that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Kyle Deming to the podium. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Kyle Deming, 11/23/2000.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case out of the Hacienda Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of 2 counts of assault, both Class 1 misdemeanors. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Hacienda Justice Court on June 18th at 9 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you're going to appear at that court date, but there are some other conditions as a part of your release that I am ordering today. I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I am ordering that you not reside at the same location as any listed victim. If you do share a common residence, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I got one.
Sure.
I live in the same house with all my relatives, so...
So I'm ordering that you cannot reside there currently. So you have to find some other place to stay while this case is pending.
Oh, really?
Correct.
I don't know where to go.
So as you're being processed for release, there are some resources if you do need some housing options that can help you out with that. If you have any friends or family, you can also stay there, but I'm ordering that you cannot reside with the listed victims in this case.
Well, my house, though, is...
It does not matter if you own the home or not. I'm ordering that you not reside with those people.
Okay, so not even my family?
Not any listed victim in this case.
Okay.
Okay? All that's going to be in your paperwork. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat. Who's he? Oh, do we have our interpreter on the line?
Yes, I am, sir.
May I have your name and your interpreter number?
My name is Serdar, Serdar, ID number 2410.
Thank you. And are you prepared to interpret for a legal matter?
I did in the past.
Okay, perfect. We do have one individual. We do have one individual that does need interpretation services. That person is meeting with their attorney right now, so please hold for just a moment.
Okay.
They have a 22 and a 23. Did he get moved?
Hensworth?
Yeah.
No worries, thank you.
You want me to check on it?
Yeah, let us see how much longer they're going to need.
Smallest docket of all time.
Great. How much time do you need, counsel?
Can I just take a look at this, like, less than 5 minutes?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just let us know when you're ready. Thanks, yeah.
Knock on the window when you're ready.
That never happens.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, counsel, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. We just have the final matter on the calendar left. That person's counsel is meeting with them right now, so.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
And to our interpreter that's on the line, they indicated they needed just another couple of minutes, so if you can stay with us, that would be appreciated.
All right, sir. I will.
clarify something? So this is page 2, that it was saying, so she already,
Counsel, she was arrested on different related charges,
got it,
and she was I-8 on the 31st.
got it, okay. Got it.
So when she was in custody, they re-arrested her on new allegations.
From the same comment, okay.
It doesn't seem like the same date of offense, a different date of offense, but similar in nature.
Well, okay. You know her going with them now?
25,000 cash, what was that previously?
Thank you, Judge.
No problem.
Thank you.
And counsel, before we begin, I just want to confirm, does your client need an interpreter?
Yes.
Okay, we do have an interpreter on the line. Just for everyone's knowledge, just make sure we give time for the interpreter to interpret what you're saying before responding. So even if the court asks you a question, let the interpreter do their thing first, okay?
Understood. And if I say something in Russian to her, I apologize in advance. I'll let the
That's
interpreter
fine.
do it. It's just.
That's fine, counsel. So our interpreter, are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Fenty, may I have your name and date of birth, please?
Уважаемый, дайте ваше имя, фамилию и дату рождения.
Лия Фанти, 28 ноября 1989 года рождения.
79 вы сказали?
89.
Leah Fanti, November 28, 1989.
Thank you. Counsel?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jason Carpal with the Cantor on behalf of Ms. Fenty, who is present in custody. We are privately retained. We did file a limited notice of appearance. I'd ask the public defender be appointed.
Is our interpreter still there?
Yes.
Did you hear the attorney's statement there?
Yes, sir. То есть, значит, мы выпускаем ее под надзором из-за таких-то вот, значит, которые были сказаны, свидетельства, слушание проходится по тому, о том, что вас выпускают под надзором.
Ms. Sauer?
Don Sauer on behalf of the state.
Значит, моя фамилия Сауэр, я представляю штат.
And Ms. Fenty, we are here today on a Superior Court new case.
Мисс Фенти, значит, это высший суд рассматривает ваш случай, ваш кейс.
You were arrested on allegations of aggravating taking the identity of another, Class 3 felony.
Значит, вас задержали с предполагаемым преступлением о том, что вы себя выдавали за другого человека. Это класс 3 мошенничество.
Money laundering, Class 3 felony.
Значит, отмывание денег, уголовное преступление, это тоже класса 3.
And forgery, offering a forged instrument, Class 4 felony.
И, значит, то, что вы предлагали поддельные инструменты, и это классификация номер 4.
And counsel, did you want to be heard on probable cause?
Yes.
Значит, и вас будут на возможное, значит, то, что вы на самом деле совершали, да.
Go ahead, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. For purposes of the record, our position would be that she was already previously arrested and has already seen the court regarding these. These are the same allegations, different date of offense, so we would ask the court to take that into consideration regarding the probable cause. Other than the admissions and statements, identification would be the issue.
Значит, уважаемый судья, прошу принять во внимание, что вероятно, с таким значит, делом уже было задержание в прошлом, и прошу суд учесть этот факт.
Ms. Sauer from the state.
Мисс Сара, ваше высказывание.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant was page 2 for additional charges, and that is stemming from additional victims being located.
Значит, для ответчика сегодня предлагают, значит, дополняется еще одно нарушение, потому что, значит, жертва была определена.
I will find probable cause, but I will note the statements of defense counsel today.
Значит, я тогда включаю вероятный случай и, значит, отдаю его на защитный совет.
I did note that Commissioner Procco, who saw Ms. Fenty on the 31st, did note that multiple incidents were considered in her release conditions.
Значит, эти все случаи, значит, 31 числа были рассмотрены для того, чтобы принять решение по поводу возможного ее выпуска.
These are listed different dates of offense from the hearing that was conducted on the 31st, but I will take that into consideration when setting release conditions.
Значит, все эти даты были указаны, различные даты были указаны в слушаниях, которые проходили 31 числа, и я буду принимать их во внимание.
Since I am finding probable cause, I will appoint Ms. Fenty an attorney to represent her moving forward.
Так как я принимаю возможность того, что вероятность того, что такие преступления были совершены, значит, я предлагаю теперь адвокату выступать от имени мисс Фенти.
I am setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 a.m.
Значит, я устанавливаю статусную конференцию, которая должна проходить 9 июня во столько-то с утра.
And a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30 a.m.
И, значит, предварительные слушания будут проходить 11 июня в 8:30 утра.
Both of these will be in the downtown Superior Court.
Все эти мероприятия, оба из них пройдут в даунтаун, высшем суде в даунтауне.
And Ms. Fenty, I'm not modifying anything from the prior case, so you do still have your hearings on the 5th and the 9th in the downtown Superior Court as well.
Мисс Фенти, я не отменяю предыдущие запланированные мероприятия, которые слушания должны проходить 5 и 9 числа в даунтаун суде, они также будут проходить.
To go ahead and go with release conditions, Ms. Sauer, did the state have a recommendation on release?
И тогда, значит, приступим к, значит, огласовке условий по вашему выпуску, пожалуйста.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is recommending an additional $25,000 cash bond on the new charges, and that's based on. Go ahead.
Значит, мы предлагаем 25 тысяч еще, значит, наличными за новые преступления, за дополнительные преступления.
The state received additional information from the detective a short time ago, indicating that, first, since the $25,000 cash bond was imposed on May 31st, an unidentified person has posted that bond.
Значит, дополнительная информация была получена от детектива, который сказал, что $25 000 31 мая были определены значит, как бонды облигации.
In addition, the defendant has been found to have a Ukrainian passport, as well as a California driver's license, both with different names.
Значит, теперь ответчица у нее было обнаружено, что у нее есть паспорт Украины и также водительские права штата Калифорния, и оба эти документы под разными именами.
The defendant also possessed a ledger with addresses to numerous Chase and Bank of America banks.
Кроме того, значит, ответчицы есть бухгалтерская, ну, как список, значит, банковских счетов Bank of America и Bank Chase.
Additional victims were identified, as I mentioned previously, and also search warrants on the defendant's vehicle found multiple cell phones, which are pending and may reveal a larger scheme.
Значит, кроме того, значит, должен быть выпущен, значит, гарантия, потому что было найдено у ответчицы несколько телефонов, и это может быть показателем того, что были совершались ранее мошеннические действия.
The state believes the defendant is a flight risk, given the Ukrainian passport, and believes the extra cash bond is appropriate.
Значит, есть риск о том, что ответчица может быть, значит, не вернуться, то есть убежать, потому что у нее есть украинский паспорт, из-за этого $25 000 дополнительных, значит, залоговых выплат должны быть применены.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, we're asking to affirm the previous $25,000 cash-only bond and then to release her on pretrial services. In this case, for purposes of the argument and record, she was arrested, from the information I just gathered, she was arrested on May 30th, had her initial appearance on May 31st regarding these allegations. Since then, the allegation is more alleged victims, and allegations have occurred from the same conduct. The court referenced that at the time of that initial hearing on the 31st, that court did consider there being multiple different dates of offense. So the defense's position would be that was already considered in a $25,000 cash bond with somebody who has no prior criminal history. So we would ask that the court release her to pretrial services. We'd ask that the $25,000 bond from the prior case, that the court affirm that, and in this specific case was her pretrial services. She's remained in custody. She has no prior criminal history. And then with regards to whoever posted the bond, I don't know how that would affect her release. She has no control over who would post the bond, whether it's a bondsman or it's an individual. And so I'd ask the court not to take that into consideration. Additionally, with regards to her Ukrainian passport, she's not going to be, well, defense position is she wouldn't be able to travel with that regardless because she would never make it through any type of airport in the United States and she wouldn't be able to leave the country. And she has no intentions of fleeing or leaving the country. She's not a U.S. citizen, she's a Ukrainian citizen, so we'd ask the court to take that into consideration as well. And with regards to what may or may not be found on the phone, that is something that if there is evidentiary value in those phones, that would be something that would be potentially utilized in either of the cases as evidence. I'm not saying there would be additional charges, but it would be used as potential evidence.
Thank you, counsel.
Значит, защитная сторона, ваша честь, $25 тысяч уже 31 числа, когда проходили слушания по предварительному обвинению, значит, уже $25 тысяч залога было внесено, и, значит, по списку, значит, обвинений. Значит, дело в том, что у ответчика не было предыдущей истории задержания, нет криминальных записей, нет криминальной истории. И, значит, ввиду этого я прошу суд принять во внимание это и отпустить первым 25 тысяч залогом, что должно быть достаточно. Говоря о том, что имеется украинский паспорт, значит, задержанная не использовала его для заезда в Соединенные Штаты, и это говорит о том, что она не сможет его использовать для выезда из Соединенных Штатов. Она не является гражданкой Соединенных Штатов, и значит, о том, что найдено в телефоне несколько телефонов, и о том, что найдено несколько банковских счетов, это не говорит о том, что это какое-то дополнительное преступление было совершено. Это касается всех тех же кейсов, которые 31 числа уже обсуждались, и за которых уже залог 25 тысяч был внесен. Поэтому предлагается отпустить, значит, задержанную для, значит, проведения следственных действий, и у задержанной нет желания или попытки убежать из страны.
I may add one more. Thank you, sir. And lastly, her mother, who resides in Berlin, her mother, who resides in Berlin, is terminally ill. She has not had the ability to speak or communicate with her. They do communicate electronically, either virtually or telephonically. Because of her medical condition, she's not had the ability to call her while she's been incarcerated due to the fear that that would lead to further complications and issues. So I'd ask the court to take that into consideration as well.
Кроме этого, Ваша честь, предлагаю, значит, я ставлю вас известно, что мать задержанной находится в тяжелом, значит, положении здоровья в городе Берлин, и, значит, она не может разговаривать, только общается посредством электронных, значит, сообщений, и при случае задержания, значит, ответчика, это и при обнаружении матери о том, что дочь задержанная отвечает из места задержания, это может еще более усугубить ее положение здоровья. Прошу вас учесть данный факт.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Ms. Fenty, there are about 15 different factors according to the law that I have to take in consideration when setting release conditions.
Значит, есть 15 разных условий, при которых я могу отпустить, значит, подозреваемого, и я буду принимать во внимание то, что было сказано.
It does appear from your release conditions that were set on the 31st that the assigned judicial officer on that case did take some of these allegations in consideration when setting your bond?
Значит, все вот эти обвинения уже принимались во внимание в том случае, когда 31 числа принималось решение о том, что вас выпустят под залог $25 тысяч.
And whether or not your bond has been posted on that prior case is not something the court is taking in consideration when making the decisions today.
Значит, принималось ли принятие решения 31 числа о ваших, в том списке ваших преступлений, возможных преступлений, которые были рассмотрены, значит, данное сегодняшнее сказанное туда входит или нет, суд не будет это учитывать.
However, the court is concerned that you now have an additional 3 felony charges against you.
Значит, наша запись показывает, что есть еще 3 дополнительные 3 вида мошенничества значит, предъявляется к вам, добавляется ваше обвинение.
And you do have significant ties to not only other states, but to other countries as well.
И у вас есть очень тесные связи не только с другими штатами, но и с другими странами.
So I am going to set a cash bond in the amount of $5,000.
И ввиду этого я значит, устанавливаю залог в размере $5000.
Part of you having felony allegations against you is that you do have to remain in Arizona.
Значит, ввиду того, что значит, есть предположение обвинения вам в осуществлении, в совершении преступления, вы обязаны оставаться в штате Аризона.
So even if the bonds on both cases are posted, you cannot leave Maricopa County.
Даже ввиду того, что оба залога были внесены, это не означает, что вы обязаны оставаться в Maricopa County.
However, if your attorney wants to ask for permission to either go to another state or to another country, that can be sought at your next hearing, but that will be up to your next judge.
Значит, если ваш адвокат будет просить о том, чтобы вас выпустить для проведения вашего слушания и проведения суда в других штатах, это может быть рассмотрено в следующих заседаниях суда. И это будет зависеть от судьи, кто будет рассматривать данную просьбу, данное прошение.
I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime.
Я также вам, значит, приказываю не возвращаться, не появляться в тех местах, где были совершены эти преступления.
No contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness.
Значит, вы не имеете права контактировать с, значит, возможными теми, значит, лицами, которые были жертвами преступления.
And no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription.
И не имеете права иметь никаких наркотиков или лекарственных средств без, значит, рецепта доктора.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Все это будет указано в вашей, значит, распечатке итогов сегодняшних слушаний. Есть ли у вас вопросы?
Вопросы? Нет? No.
Thank you. All of this will be in your paperwork, counsel. I'll make sure that you get a copy of that as well.
Thank you, sir. He just provided us one. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
На ваших бумагах и сделайте так, чтобы копия у нас оставалась.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ничего составилось.
Thank you. And counsel, feel free to use that back room, but the hearing is now over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you so much to our interpreter. We no longer need you. That was the only one we needed an interpreter for.
Thank you, sir. Спасибо. Thank you.
All right. Спасибо. Thank you for using line. Wish you have a great day, everyone.
Thank you as well. And that does conclude the 5 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 8 p.m.
Да, и это завершает наш 5-часовой
All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. This is the time for the 8 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on June 2nd, 2025. The court's orders to the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'll then announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's get started with Dominic Rodriguez to the podium, and then Derek Bullwinkle to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dominic Michael Rodriguez, 01/22/2004.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felony, and criminal damage, Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 6th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Because you were on felony release when these new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you non-bondable. But I am setting an evidentiary hearing on June 9th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Superior Court. Talk with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at that point in time. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? No. Okay, grab your paperwork and then take a seat to your left. The bond hearing is showing up as a preliminary hearing on that? Is that happening for you too? Okay. We do have to swap this paperwork.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, the hearing came up as the wrong hearing type, so. Perfect. Derek Bullwinkle to the podium, and then Joshua Pletsky to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Derek Bullwinkle, July 26, 1968.
Thank you. We are here today on a grand jury warrant. You were indicted on 1 count of murder in the 1st degree, premeditated, Class 1 felony, 1 count of kidnapping, apprehension of injury, Class 2 felony, 1 count of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, Class 2 felony, and 1 count of burglary in the 1st degree, Class 2 felony. This is from an incident in February of 2025. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting an arraignment hearing on June 10th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the grand jury warrant. That's a $1 million cash bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All this information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Thank you.
Joshua Pletsky to the podium and Francisco Diaz to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Joshua Pletsky, 6/16/82.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 3 felony, and unlawful imprisonment, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $10,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been and or will be issued. Also, it's my understanding that you're currently on release conditions on another matter that you were arrested on a couple of days ago. Those conditions do still remain in effect, and any bond that was ordered does still need to be posted on that case as well.
I think I posted bond on that already.
Okay, if that's the case, then you just have to post bond on this one. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, thanks.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Francisco Diaz to the podium and Terrion Rowe to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Good evening. My name is Francisco Diaz, August 9, 1995.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving dangerous drug possession, marijuana possession, and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in this case. I am setting a non-witness violation hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond that was in the probation failing to appear warrant. That's a $10,000 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I had squashed my warrant on the 22nd of May, and they made me come to get my summons, fingerprint and mugshot for tomorrow, because I have court tomorrow on June 3rd. I had
You said on the 22nd of May?
Yeah.
So this
right before I guess there's two cases, because I was incarcerated from 19 to 23. I got out December 24 to 23. And I didn't know warrants, no nothing until this case that I have right now from 24 and 25.
So I'm not showing anything on your case here that your warrant was quashed.
Yeah.
It looks like your warrant was reissued.
No.
But your warrant is still very much in place.
Wow.
Yeah. From the
Which one is this one though? Because I was incarcerated, like I was saying.
Let me take a look. So it does look like a motion to quash the warrant was filed. An oral argument was set on May 22nd at 10 a.m. But there is no order quashing the actual bench warrant in this case. That was on a different case.
So what case?
There's not even an oral argument that was set on your warrant on this case.
So what year is this case? Sorry to waste your time or anything like that. I'm just confused.
So this was a probation warrant in your case from the offense date listed as 2018.
I don't understand. I already paid for that one. I paid $250.
Give me 1 second.
Sorry about that.
I'm trying to see if this was not quashed by mistake or if it was left intentionally. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, and then I have a question when you're done with that as well.
All right, I need to look at a couple of things a little bit more in depth. I'm going to recall you at the end of the calendar, so go ahead and take a seat real quick. I'll look through a couple more things and we'll recall your matter, okay?
All right, thank you.
You don't see a minute entry on that oral argument, do you? 'Cause I don't see one on it. It was resulted out and vacated, but I don't see an oral argument, like the actual meeting. Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Terry on Road to the podium, and then Joshua Ensworth to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Terry on Road, 2003. No,
Is it November
2nd,
2nd?
2003.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating term 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
What is Section 5?
So your attorney will go over all of this with you and provide you with an actual copy of the petition to revoke your probation. They're reporting currently, let me bring it up. That you failed to provide your current address to adult probation, reside at the current location approved by adult probation, and provide adult probation with safe, unrestricted access to your place of residence. So talk with your attorney about what that means in terms of the allegations against you. Your attorney can go through all of that with you at the next hearing. Okay? Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Joshua Ensworth to the podium and Jonathan Hinkle to the chair, please.
Edward.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Joshua Lynn Ensworth, January 1980.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 out-of-county warrants out of the Globe Justice Court. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you on both matters. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Globe Justice Court on June 5th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond in each of the failure to appear warrants. That's a $336 bond on the first case, and then a $445 bond on the second case. Both of those bonds would need to be posted before you are released. If you do post those bonds, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, and no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you.
Jonathan Hinkle to the podium and Randall Raines to the chair, please.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jonathan Hinkle, 12/17/1994.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on a Term 1 probation violation. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well, and set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each case, so it's $500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Randall Raines to the podium and Taylor Loisy to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Randall Range, 9359.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $250 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Could I get an OR on this one, sir? I know I've missed probation. It's a location. I've been homeless, and I was living staying in clear out of Cave Creek in Deer Valley, and I had a bicycle. I've had bicycles stolen, and it's just been...
Unfortunately, I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance today. The allegations are that you failed to maintain contact with probation.
Yeah,
they haven't had contact with you since October of 2024. So that, I mean, at this point, that's 8 months ago. So I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance. There is a bond going to be set. If you can post that bond, you can be released.
Bond was how much, sir?
$250.
So how much would I have to come up with?
So you can go through a bonding company if you like. Typically, they require 10% plus collateral. That would be $25 if they're willing to work with you on that.
Okay.
Okay. Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Taylor Loisy to the podium and Dustin Cliff Enos to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Taylor Loisy, 02/1897.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving 2 counts of narcotic drug possession and 1 count of drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in this case. I am setting a status conference post warrant on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond of the failure to appear warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no contacting the arresting officers. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Dustin Cliff Enos to the podium, and then Aaron Johnson to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dustin Cliff Enos, May 1856.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 9th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $250. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Aaron Johnson to the podium, and then we'll recall Francisco Diaz's case. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Aaron Johnson, 8/11/95.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court new case out of the Surprise Municipal Court. You were arrested on allegations of drug paraphernalia, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will set an arraignment hearing in the Surprise Municipal Court on July 1st at 1:30 p.m. I am not finding probable cause as to these allegations today, so I'm not going to hold you on this. You will be released without any release conditions. I would suggest calling the Surprise Municipal Court before that hearing on July 1st. If they decide not to proceed forward with charges, it's possible that hearing goes away. But if you don't receive notice that the hearing is gone, make sure you show up to court or else a warrant could be issued for your arrest. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and recall Francisco Diaz. All right, so Mr. Diaz, I do need to look through a couple of things here just a little bit more in depth, and then we'll have a conversation, okay?
Okay, and I have another question.
Sure.
They gave me an order of protection. I don't know the plaintiff's name. They got the wrong birthday, height, and weight. I don't even know nobody in Surprise.
You're saying someone served you with a copy of an order of protection?
Yeah, with the same name as
me.
me.
So that's not going to be out of this court, so I have zero information on what they served you with.
Okay.
So if an order of protection was issued out of the family court, which it looks like that's probably what happened, you'll have to contact the family court for more information.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah, I have zero information, nor do I even have the ability to look that case up.
Okay, thank you.
So let me look through a couple of things on your criminal case, and then we'll have a conversation, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you can stay at the podium.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just kind of confused right now.
Mr. Diaz, what I'm a little concerned about, it does look like there was an oral argument that was set in your other case. All of the hearings were set on the same days and times, but in this case that you're in front of me today, the warrant wasn't actually quashed. So I understand that you went to court on the 22nd, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So was it your understanding leaving that hearing that all of your pending warrants were quashed?
Yes, because literally I had my drug case from 18 went along with my 19 case was armed robbery, so I did 5 years for armed robbery and a 3-year tail for the drug case. That should have been together. And then if that was the case, Ms. Teresa, I forget her last name, or Mr. Pocon, my probation now, they should have arrested me a long time ago because I seen them and met them. I literally just sent my recent probation a text earlier today. And I literally seen them on the 13th of last month. Like, this is like, it came out of the blue.
Okay, give me just 1 second here, okay?
Yeah.
How's no answer? So, Mr. Diaz, from everything that I can tell here, it looks like this other warrant may not have been quashed in error. I don't know why that may have been the case. You also have another current open summons as well, and they weren't requesting a warrant on that one either. So because you were essentially not detained in 2 of your other criminal cases, I believe it was likely made an error in this one. So what I'm going to do, and that's good to put I'm going to release you to the supervision of your assigned probation officer in this case. Okay. I'm going to set a non-witness violation hearing still on June 9th at 8:30. That's going to be sooner than your next court date was going to be in your other case anyway. That's fine. I would highly suggest talking with your attorney about this because since the warrant was opened, there's a lot of procedural stuff that is still in place that may need to be reconciled at the next
Yeah.
hearing. So talk with your attorney. I'm still affirming the same attorney that you had.
Okay.
Now, what I will say is, I'm gonna order that you still not have any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours.
Will do.
If you either miss your next court date or fail to report to probation, another warrant will likely be issued for your arrest, and you'll likely be held on bond next time. So
Okay.
make sure your first phone call after you get out of here should be to your probation officer, and make sure you make that hearing on the 9th, okay?
Will do, sir.
All this is gonna be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, just the number for the other cases on the paperwork, right?
So the general number for probation will be in there. I also put some notes in there about your 2 other pending cases. The court numbers will be in there too.
I meant about the protection of orders.
Oh, that won't be in there, because I don't have any information on your protection order, okay?
Thank you.
Grab your paperwork and have a seat. You as well. That does conclude the 8 PM calendar. We will stand in recess until 11 PM.
He says he speaks Danny and Farsi.
Danny?
Yeah, he said, I could be Danny, I heard Daddy. But I know Farsi is the language.
Okay, everyone, please be seated. Thank you.
Testifying with your story?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. This is the 11 o'clock calendar. It's June 2nd, 2025. When I call your name, you stand behind the podium, give me your name and your date of birth. I'm not going to say out loud all your release conditions. They'll be on your paperwork. You'll be responsible for reading them. I'll tell you at a minimum, it says no drugs without a valid prescription and don't drive without a valid driver's license. For those of you who I set a security appearance bond, you will be able to go to a bondsman. It's my understanding they collect calls. Their names and numbers are on some of the walls in the jail. If you cannot locate one, you can ask one of the officers for assistance. All right. I would also say that the court orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. That would have been last night. All right. First person is, I see, okay, you moved into the bottom, right, okay. Jarvis Bailey. Morning, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Jarvis Bailey, 2/12/80.
All right, you got two matters before me. One is a bench warrant out of Superior Court on possession of weapon by a prohibited person and one kind of dangerous drugs, both class 4 felonies. You already have a lawyer on that. And your court date will be at 175 West Madison Street on June 9th at 8:30, and a witness public hearing at this point scheduled for June 11th at 8:30. I think basically you were in a diversion program and you didn't follow through on the diversion program. And you have a new case, that was 2025-000432. You have a new case, 2025-123-068-001, possession of narcotic drugs. In 2000, on the other case, which is the 2025-000432, you had your initial appearance on that. Let me go back. On April 21st of this year. And I'm appointing a lawyer for you in regards to this, of course. And you'll have a status conference on June 6th at 175 West Madison Street, and a witness public hearing on June 11th at 8:30. But I do find probable cause to believe you committed this offense of possession of narcotic drugs, and so pursuant to Rule 7.2B, you will be held without bond at this time. However, you'll talk to your lawyer about this because you'll have an evidentiary hearing on June 9th at 1:30 to determine whether bond can be set at that time. All right, step to your left, please. Robert Dillatore. So your name and date of birth, please.
Well, good evening. My name is Robert
A little louder,
Dillatore.
please.
My name is Robert Dillatore, 2/17/97.
All right, sir. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You are charged with aggravated assault, class 3 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony, and discharging a firearm in city limits. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30. Status conference on June 9th. At this time, a witness preliminary hearing on June 11th. You're not to possess any weapons. You cannot initiate contact with the alleged victim. No alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Bond is be a security appearance bond of $75,000. You can talk to your lawyer about seeing if your assigned judge will reduce that, but at this point, it'll be $75,000. Step to your left, please. Christopher Williams. Good evening, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Christopher Williams, May 21st, 1972.
Okay, so you have two grand jury indictments. That's why you don't know about them, because they're not done in the open. Okay. Start with the other one. And so on both of them, bond is already been set by another judge upon the return of the indictment. The first one is 2023-007227. 2 counts of aggravated DUI based on a suspension or revocation, and 2 counts of aggravated DUI based on being a third DUI within 84 months. They're both class 4 felonies. And on both of them, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You'll have your not guilty arraignments on June 10th at 8:30. They're alleged to have occurred on May 18th, 2021. Okay? You're not to consume any alcohol, among other things. And another judge has already set bond for you in the amount of $20,000 secured appearance bond. You have the other indictment in 2023-008463. Likewise, the 2 counts of ag DUI based on suspension or revocation and 2 counts of aggravated DUI being a third DUI. These are alleged to have occurred on April 30th, 2023, and another judge, upon the return of the indictment, said bond in the amount of $30,000. So your total bond is $50,000 security appearance bond. And you're appointing a lawyer for you on both, and I already told you your court date of June 10th. All right, step to your left, please. Anthony Chandler.
Anthony Chandler.
Your name and date of birth.
Anthony Chandler, 4/16/1988.
What's your date of birth?
4/16/1988.
And Anthony Chandler?
Yes.
Okay. So you got a bench warrant out of Superior Court on aggravated assault on a correctional employee, class 5 felony. You already have an attorney. You'll be at 175 West Mass Street on June 9th at 8:30. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. And your judge said bond the amount of $1,000. All right, step to your left, please. Mr. Figueroa, I'm not sure how to pronounce your first name, so it's... Borgate, is it Borgate?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Your name and date of birth, please.
Figueroa, 5/15/97.
5/15, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got an arrest warrant of a for acts alleged to have occurred on March 22nd for possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference at 8:30 on June 9th, and a witness preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30. You're being held on the other charge on a $1,000 bond, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'll tell you this, if this wasn't an arrest warrant, you have the possibility you'd be held without a bond, but I cannot, since I just have a warrant, I don't have any facts on it, I am setting bond. I'm setting bond in the amount of $50, since you're being held anyway. That way you get credit for both charges. Okay? And you'll talk to your lawyer about that. All right?
Yeah.
Step to your left, please. Drew Williams. Good evening, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Drew Williams, 12/18/1996.
Okay, so you are charged with the following: possession of drug paraphernalia and unlawful use of means of transportation as being a passenger, both felonies. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Don't lose your paperwork. You can do it 175 West Madison Street on June 17th at 8:30, and at this point, a witness preliminary hearing on June 19th at 8:30. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim. And you must not have any contact with the co-defendant, and you must obey terms of the order of protection that are issued or will be issued. Now, you can get a packet from the officer. You can be released to pretrial services. Okay, read it carefully because you have to contact them, and you're also going to make sure you get drug testing, because if you don't get that done, you'll get a warrant and you're back here. But it'll probably take a few hours, probably about 4 hours before you get out in the process, but you will be getting out in the early morning hours. Okay, but make sure you make it to court. That's why I'm saying no excuse about missing court, because you'll have the paperwork. All right, step to your left, please. Michelle Schwartz. Your name and date of birth, please.
Michelle Schwartz, May 22nd, 1988.
All right, you've got 3 matters before me. 2 of them are probation violation, okay? And the other one's a new charge. Let me go over the new charge, by the way, which is 2025-123071. You're charged with theft means transportation, a class 4 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You'll be at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference at 8:30 or June 9th, and a witness preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30. At this point, I'm saying you're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victim's your mother, and you're not to possess any weapons, okay? And you're not to have any contact with any co-defendant. You know what I'm talking about over there, the other gentleman. I will tell you this, the bond was going to be higher, but because I got a statement from your mother, I've reduced the bond to $500 security appearance bond, only because of her comments in regard to it. Okay, now you have 2 probation violations, 2024, and on both of them I'm appointing a lawyer for you, and you'll have the same court date. Bear in mind, on the new case, you'll be at 175 West Madison on June 9th and June 11th. And on the probations, the revocation arraignment hearing will be June 9th at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson. You'll talk to your lawyer about it because you can't be at the same place at the same time. Okay, so make sure they don't issue a warrant on the other one. All right, and I would note that you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. No drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol, and no weapons. All right, and then finally, in 2021-111-449-002, probation violation, same court dates, appointing a lawyer for you. Both of them you're alleged to have violated term 1. And in regard to the one that you're on, the first one, in 2024-114867, bond is $1,000. And in regard to the other one, 2021-111-449-002, bond is $250. And that one, I know you're on probation for possession of drug paraphernalia. All right? The same things. If you do post your bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, step to your left, please. Tori Cowart. Your name and date of birth, please.
My name's Tori Cowart. Date of birth 12/5/1999.
Okay. Sir, a couple things. Your court you have to go to is the Moon Valley Justice Court. The address will be on your paperwork. You're charged with reckless driving and obstruction by refusing your true name, both misdemeanors. I cannot, because of the nature of the charges, I can't appoint a lawyer for you. But you'll be at the Moon Valley Justice Court June 20th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Sir, be smart and show up so you don't have a warrant, because I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. She'll be getting out in a few hours, but make sure you show up for court. Okay? Step to your left, please. Joshua Matiscal. Right there. Sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Joshua Andrew Mariscal, 1798.
Sir, you got a warrant out of the Goodyear City Court on failure to pay a fine. You'll be in court there at the Goodyear City Court. Your address will be there in your paperwork. June 18th at 1 o'clock. And be smart and start getting some money together. You make that judge a lot happier, so you don't have a problem there. Okay. Then you have, and that's based on a shoplifting, if I remember correctly. And then you got 2 new charges of shoplifting, both class 1 misdemeanors. I'm going to give the same court date, June 18th at 1 o'clock. You cannot go back to the scene of the alleged crime. You can't have any contact with any. Let me just try to change that, by the way. Just put it wrong. And also, you can't have any contact with any alleged victim or complainant, okay? But you'd be getting out on both charges, but be smart, you know, and to show up in Goodyear for like I told you, on June 18th at 1 o'clock. Don't be late, or else there'll be a warrant, and I'm sure you'd rather not be back here, right? Okay, step to your left, please. Rahman Akin? Yeah, I did. Did it show up? Because I clicked the wrong thing by mistake. That did not have any contact with the complainant. Okay. So do you speak any English? Just a little bit? Okay. Okay. Good evening. Could the interpreter please identify him or her? Identify yourself, please.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
سلام، من مدرسم، ترجمه میکنم.
And you're an interpreter for the Dari language? Oh, yes. Farsi? Oh, I thought it was Dari, but it's Farsi? Yes. Okay. Okay, I looked it up.
95% is plain, but since I've done it 8 years, should be all right. But the voice a little has bam on it, but I hear you okay.
Okay. All right, let's get started. Sir, your name and your date of birth, please.
سلام، ترجمه میکنم برات. نام مکملت بگو و تاریخ تولد.
سلام، نام مکملم رحمان، تخلصم آکین و تاریخ تولدم 10/1990.
The birthday is 10/10/1990.
And your date, excuse me, your name.
دوباره بگو نام کوچک، فقط نام کوچک، نام کلان.
نام من رحمان است و تخلص من آکین.
Rahman Hakim.
Okay. Sir, you are charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of assault.
خب شما 3 تا جرم برای شما بستن، گفتن 2 بار 2 تا حمله کرده اید، صدمه، یکی صدمه زده اید.
I am appointing a lawyer to represent you.
و من برایت یک وکیل میگذارم از شما دفاع کند.
Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix.
خب دادگاه در 175 وست یعنی مغرب مدیسون استریت، سرکه مدیسون، این شهر فینیکس.
They will be listed on the piece of paper that you'll be given by the officer.
خب به اون آدرس رو روی ورقه کاغذ به شما میدن، افسر میدن.
You will have a status conference on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning.
بعدم ساعت you said 8 or 8:30 in the morning? June
8:30. Yes.
خب ماه جون که این ماه هست، 9 دوشنبه ساعت 8:30 صبح جلسه دارید.
You are scheduled to have a preliminary hearing on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
بعد جلسه ابتدایی you said June 11th, what time?
8:30 in the morning.
Also 8:30. بعد جون 11 که 2 روز بعد از آن هستم دوباره 8:30 صبح جلسه داری.
You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime.
خب آنجایی که اتفاقات افتاده، جرم افتاده، شما اجازه ندارید برگردید آنجا.
You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victim.
خب اون کسی که به میگوید ممکن است صدمه دیده، با او صحبت نکن، تماس نگیر.
You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription.
و هیچ گونه مواد مخدر یا مواد پزشکی بدون اجازه دکتر نباید داشته باشی.
You are not to possess or consume any alcohol.
و مشروب الکل هم نباید بخوری.
You must obey all terms of orders protection that have been issued or will be issued against you.
و تمام دستوراتی که بر علیه شما به شما میدهند آنها را گوش کن، انجام بده.
That means you cannot contact your wife.
منظور این است که شما اجازه ندارید خانمت را با او صحبت کنید، تماس بگیرید.
The prosecutors are asking that you be held on a $75,000 bond.
خب دادستان که شما را محکوم میخواهد بکند گفته است که شما را نگه دارن مگر اینکه $75,000 ودیعه بگذاری.
I am going to set bond for you in the amount of $30,000.
ولی من اون مقدار رو میآورم پایین به $30,000 میآورم پایین تر.
You can go to a bonding company.
بعد اگه بخوای میتوانی بری همین کمپانیایی که پیسه میدن چیزی به جایش نگه میدارن، زمین و املاک چیز، باندینگ کمپانی میگوین.
It is my understanding they do accept collect calls.
What calls?
Collect.
آنها اگر بهشون تلفن بزنی پیسه تلفن رو قبول میکنن که خودشون بدهن.
There may be some names and numbers of bonding companies on the wall, but if you cannot locate them, you can ask one of the officers for assistance.
بعضیاشون روی دیوار تبلیغات زدن ولی میتوانی از افسر خودت بپرسی، به معرفی میکنن اگه لازم داری.
Also, is Farsi your primary language?
شما فارسی زبان اصلی شماست؟
نه، دری.
Dari? That's okay.
میدانم. دری.
That's why I thought I'd ask. Okay. Have you had any difficulty understanding the Farsi interpreter?
خب وقتی که با شما صحبت میکند مترجم فارسی میفهمید؟
بله.
Yes.
No, did you understand the interpreter?
پس فهمیدی چیزایی که مترجم گفت؟
بله.
Yes.
Do you want me to? I will appoint an interpreter for you to assist you during the course of your case.
من برایت مترجم در تمام این مدت میگذارم کمکت کنم.
No. Okay. I'm going to appoint a Dari interpreter to assist you in the future.
بله، در آینده برای دری مترجم میگیرم.
However, since you say you have understood everything with the Farsi interpreter, I will not ask to have another interpreter for you tonight.
خب فعلا که امشب همه رو فهمیدی دیگه لازم نداری مترجم.
Okay. Did you want me to get a Dottie interpreter for tonight and repeat what I said to you?
میگه میخوایی دوباره مترجم دری بگیریم و همین هایی که گفتم دوباره تکرار کنم؟
نه فهمیدم.
No, I understood.
Okay, it's my understanding Dottie is spoken in both Pakistan and Afghanistan.
I don't know Pakistan, but Dari is 95% same as Persian, Iranian, or Farsi.
I know.
Since I taught it more than 8 years, it should be okay.
No, I'm just telling you, I looked up on my phone. They said Pakistan and Afghanistan. I know Farsi is both Afghanistan and Iran. So we'll just leave it at that. All right, very good. Thank you very much, sir. Please step over to your left. And to the interpreter, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good night. We're off the record? That's fine.